Hello, I'm Marga Frouchtman, educational psychologist and teacher at BSB. At our school, the holistic development of our students is vital. To achieve this, in addition to all academic areas, we strive to help them grow as individuals, with emotional intelligence being one of the most important aspects. For this purpose, we have a very important well-being department. The Wellbeing and Student Support Department has trained staff to help students not only face academic situations, but also personal ones. The 7 Steps Emotional Intelligence Program aims to go beyond simply identifying emotions, because we live alongside many other people, and therefore it is not only important to recognize them, but also to know how to manage them for ourselves and in our relationships with others. This program seeks to provide students with various strategies so that they can face any situation independently. Adults won't always be around them, so they need to know what to do when faced with a situation. That's why the program starts at a very early age, so that little by little they internalize these strategies, which will allow them to face any challenge in life assertively. The 7 Steps program is mainly based on 7 critical thinking questions, which help you know how to face a situation. We would start by identifying what happened after explaining what took place. From there, we can classify what type of conflict it might be, what it makes us feel, and how to manage those emotions. Then we would move on to thinking about what we did in that situation and what consequences it had. One of the most important steps comes next, which is to ask, if I find myself in this situation again, what can I do? Try to look for different strategies to solve that concern or to face the frustration I might encounter. Finally, once I have chosen which solution I am going to implement, we will assess how well it worked. If it worked well, then we will keep that approach, and if not, we will try to go back through the steps, analyze, and see what other solution I can find. In addition to the 7 critical questions, we have a vocabulary that we try to get teachers to use in their daily conversations with students whenever the opportunity arises, whether in tutoring sessions, assemblies, or everyday conversations, when they encounter a situation and we can ask, what are you feeling and what can we do in this situation? In addition to the vocabulary, we have various tutoring activities in which we develop assertive communication, conflict resolution, empathy versus sympathy, among other activities that help us work on specific aspects of emotional intelligence. Finally, another important element we have is the role of the 7 Steps leaders. These are, in addition to the teaching staff and monitors who are trained in the 7 Steps questions, we also have the support of high school students who come during recess to help primary and, this year, secondary students face different situations. They feel identified with them because they don't yet see them as adults, which makes it easier to talk, but at the same time, they are their role models, so they can try to learn from them how to solve those same situations.
Hello, we are Year 13s, experts on Rainbow Leaders and the 7-Step program.
This experience has helped us with our own personal conflicts, since we are now capable of exploring and understanding the other person's point of view in case of a disagreement.
The 2 steps we see ourselves using the most are what happened and how can I solve this conflict. The first allows us to understand the root of the problem and allows us to understand each individual perspective. The latter allows us to move forward and release tensions other than letting the issue build up and cause something bigger.
Furthermore, a key element that now forms part of our lifestyles is a calming action or word. This strategy works for all examples. For example, if you're having a stressful exam season, during disagreements or frustrating moments, and even when we feel sad or discouraged, releasing these emotions through peaceful actions or words has greatly helped our overall well-being and relationships.
Having the opportunity of implementing this program on primary, we have been able to observe firsthand the positive results of the program. We have seen how even the most timid individuals have flourished into social butterflies who are ready to stand up for themselves and take on any challenge. We have also even observed the youngest of students implement the program independently and seen how they grow their emotional intelligence without needing us 7-Step leaders spoon-feeding the answers to them.
Our journey as 7-Step leaders has not only marked the younger generations, but also ourselves, encouraging healthy habits into our lifestyles and proving that what actually matters are not the results, but what we have learned throughout this experience.
Thank you very much.